Hello everyone, I'm Pyburn of the Pulse Network. We're having a conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show and the great content shift taking place across the industry right now. We're talking with Peter Maag, the CMO of Haivision. And Peter, one of the things that everybody, and I mean everybody, when we're talking about any type of streaming out there or any type of video production, we're talking about latency at some point in time. I'm anxious, I'll just let you take away. Give me your thoughts on latency right now.
Yeah, well, we've been pretty focused on latency for the past, well, for the entire history of Haivision. We started with distance education connecting classrooms. We moved into telepresence, telerobotic surgery, robotic control of military unmanned airborne vehicles. So we have a very, very deep background. And there's a couple of drivers for the requirement for latency. One is certainly communication. The other is robotic control. And the other is really just to keep the real-time broadcast content alive so that over-the-top media doesn't lag, tens, 20s of seconds behind the actual event and behind the online media that it's trying to compete with.
Well, you mentioned that 10s, 20s, 30s of seconds really, and in any world that you're talking about, someone might say off the streets, 30 seconds, no big deal. But to someone like the industries you were just talking about, the shifting technologies, this is just insane. 30 seconds is far too much. Talk about the importance of those milliseconds, really.
Yeah, definitely. We've done so many experiments for communications, for robotic control. The bar is really at around 150 millisecond end to end. Our equipment natively does encode and decode in 70 milliseconds, which is incredibly hot, but you also have the network to consider in the middle. So when you extend that into the internet media space and over the top, you really have to have an expertise in turbocharging the encoder, understanding the network, and certainly understanding the delivery platform involved.
Excellent stuff. He's Peter Maag, the CMO of Haivision. I'm Pyburn of the Pulse Network, thepulsenetwork.com. We're talking about the great content shift.